Hello, North Dakota. Bruce Moe here. Say, I'm running for governor again. I did it in 2020. I'm going to do it again in 2024. And people ask me, why are you doing it? Well, I'm sick of this stuff. The Republicans, Democrats, basically they have morphed into one group. Can't trust them. All they do is get people here that you think are telling you the truth, and they're all full of crap. I mean, both sides, and they blame each other for our problems in the state and in the country. I mean, it's just like the flim flam man is just alive and well in our political system, and we fall for it. I mean, I was a Democrat until I was about 35, then I realized, holy man, this is crap. We got to do something about this. Then I was a Republican for until I was about 50, and all of a sudden it says, this isn't any better. It's just the same crap with a little different title in it, with a little different animal that's represented. No, we have to do better than that in North Dakota. There's a problem here. In the state, yes. In the country, very much so. Okay, our state's doing a little bit better than the country, but it won't make any difference pretty dang soon unless we start taking responsibility for what is happening. I got to sit there and ask you a question. How many of you know how your local representatives voted in the state legislature in North Dakota? I talked to about 40 people last year. Two of them knew how their legislatures voted. What's that, 5%? This cannot go on. If you do not know who the heck you're voting for, don't vote. I mean, or learn. I would much rather have you do that than not vote. But I'm here not just to yell and complain about everything and sit there. And I know a politician is supposed to tell you how great everything is and how great you are and how smart you are. No, not until we get a lots of things straight will I be starting thinking like that. Uh, how am I going to be? What am I going to do as a governor? What do you expect out of me? What am I going to be? I'm going to be that person that believes in what I tell you right now is what's going to happen as much as I can. And first thing I got to sit there is important to me is probably states' rights. I'm sick of the federal government making all kinds of rules, and we just sit there and go, "Oh, okay, the federal government." No, I think each state should represent itself and be responsible for the people, the citizens in the state, especially the legislature, the governor, and attorney general, whatever it is. Be responsible for the people in the state. And that's one thing I promise you in North Dakota. We're going to concentrate on North Dakota being well. That's one. Property rights. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's just, for me, it's just an automatic. You own it. You own, bought, and paid for that property. It's yours. Eminent domain, very, very unlikely for me to accept anything like that. It's like nowadays it's getting eminent domain is going crazy on us. We got to watch out for that. No, that cannot happen. And another thing kind of close to it is property taxes. Okay, there's going to be an initiative this year to get rid of property taxes. I'm going to be in favor of it pretty dang much. I mean, there's some things we have to look at. If we don't have enough money, what would I do? I'd sit there and I'd probably put in a consumption tax, sales tax, whatever you, maybe 1 or 2 cents more to help it. But the whole thing about property taxes, one simple thing is if you're going to have grandma out in Beulah pay her property taxes, you're going to have Doug Burgum and whoever else in North Dakota or Fargo pays for their property tax. We got to get rid of the TIFs and everything else that people get freebies for. No, one bill pays, everybody pays property tax. Simple, nothing to argue about. No, everybody pays or nobody pays it. That's the way it has to be for property taxes. First Amendment, obviously, that's, you sit there and that's an automatic. You have something to say, you can say it. Oh, by the way, I read off stuff too. I'm not going to sit there and fool you that I'm a great speaker. I'm not a great speaker. Obviously, put that together. But First Amendment, very important for us. And if you have something, without, you can't be threatening it. I mean, there's logic behind it, but say what you mean. If you don't think that the jab was right during COVID-19, you can say that without any problem in North Dakota. That's the way it's going to be. That's the way it has to be. That's the way it should be. Second Amendment, obviously. I mean, I okay. I don't care if our person running for governor has a shotgun underneath her cabinets to protect herself or the customers or whatever. I don't care if the other guy is sitting there and worried about hunting deer. No. First, a Second Amendment, the only thing that really counts is protection from a tyrannical government. Besides, that's first, second, and third important in this stuff. It doesn't mean the other stuff is just automatic. The only thing that matters is a tyrannical government. Protect yourself from it as much as we can. Because I tell you what, sniff it, feel the air. And I know lots of you people feel it too. It's coming. Bad things are coming. We got to watch out for it. All right. Another thing, discrimination. Oh, these are social issues here. A couple of the social issues, discrimination. There's everybody's equal as far as I'm concerned. And guess what? There's always going to be jerks. You got to have to live with it. How do you say it? Suck it up. Realize that there's asses out there that aren't saying the right things, that are prejudiced, racist. It's always going to happen. There's always going to be that percentage. But that's all I'm going to say about it is everybody's going to be treated equal. Case closed. Here's a here's one that upsets lots of people, abortions, right? You feel one way or the other about it, but you look at it, I tell you what, how can you not say that both people, both sides, have pretty good points? Women's rights. How can you deny that? How can you deny also that you are killing an infant, a baby? Both of them. Good arguments. And I sit there and I'm still thinking about how I feel about this, besides the fact that killing a baby is wrong. I'm on that side. But what should we do about a girl that does that, that's in this problem? That's something that I want to talk. And that's one thing I'm going to do is listen to lots of people. Listen to some people that, I'm going to work as a governor, I'm going to work with lots of people a lot smarter than me that are going to help me make decisions. It isn't my job to make every rule. I'm going to sit there and this is one of something like this. Social issues, man, they go run both ways. It's hard to deny that somebody isn't right because sometimes both sides are right or both sides are wrong. Uh, Immigration, the border. All right. Guess what, buckaroos? Simple fact is, if you are not a legal citizen of North Dakota or of the United States, or have a green card or documentation that makes you legally able to work in United States, you will not be accepted in North Dakota. Simple fact. No, nobody is going to sit there. We are not going to have illegal aliens working in North Dakota. Education, holy man. By the way, we're going to talk about all these in more in depth than I'm doing now. I'm just running through how I feel about it. Education, wow, is this getting to be a crapful? I mean, it's really, we got so many problems there. Simple thing is, parents have rules over their kids. That's it. It's not Hillary Clinton saying it takes a village. No, it takes a family. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts. That, grandpa and grandma, that is who takes care of the kids and makes decisions for them. That's the way we run it here. Agriculture, very important for us in North Dakota, right? And I tell you, I have a lot. The only thing I'm going to sit there and I'm going to talk to lots of farmers about this because how they feel about what they can do, what we can do better for the state. And one of the things I'm going to sit there and say, going back to property rights, it's your property. You don't want somebody on it, they don't go on it. They don't come here and pull eminent domain and run a pipeline through there so some oil people out west can make a fortune. No, that doesn't happen. That's not going to happen here. All right, and of course that's one we'll talk about too is stuff like carbon solutions. And I know you, if you listen to me, you know of a couple of my podcasts. No, that's not right. That ain't going to happen. All right. Uh, I tell you, there's a lots of things we have to do too. Oh, here's one too. Just because I mentioned COVID-19 and the pandemic, never, never will we close down our state again. That's ridiculous to sit there and pick out the winners and say, "Oh, you little guys, go back to the house, make nothing. You're not worthy to work or to have your business open up. You're not smart enough." That's bull crap. I'm sick of this kind of stuff. That's another rule. There's so many things we have to run through to get this thing straightened out because we are so far down the tunnel that I don't know if we can get out of it. I mean, in the state of North Dakota, if we work at it hard and think about it, we can get out of it. As a nation, we're in big trouble. State, we're in moderate to semi trouble. We need somebody that is going to take care of the people of North Dakota. Whole bunch of things I'm thinking about and a whole bunch of things that other people are talking to me about. We can work this out and we can make this work. North Dakota, talk to you later. This is Bruce Moe saying until next time.